I'm truly, and I know it seems that sometimes this is a phrase that doesn't mean as much as it should, but I'm truly at a loss for words, baffled by what we're about to discuss. Incomprehensible series of events. I'm asking you, I don't have the answer. I'm asking you to tell me in the comments as we go through this, what on earth happened at this Trump event. This is in Oaks, Pennsylvania, and I'll walk you through chronologically. Eventually, the whole, I guess it was rally or a town hall, just stops, and they just start playing music, and Trump just looks at his followers for 20, 30 minutes based on how many songs were played. I'm so confused what this was about. So first, Kristi Noem comes on stage, and then there were also medical emergencies, and the way that was dealt with was wild. Here's Kristi Noem warming up the crowd.
I know that you all embrace being the city of brotherly love, but I'm going to get real with you right here. Kamala Harris sucks. Right? She sucks.
What? Okay, but that's not even, we don't even have time to spend on that because of what's coming up here. But Trump did answer a few questions before everything just came to a screeching halt. That wasn't going well for him.
My question is, what's your plan to help bring common sense back and help small businesses that got destroyed by Democrats after COVID and the Biden administration?
So, great. Because small businesses are actually bigger than big businesses when you add them all up, and it's very important. And sounds like yours. I would love your food. I can tell by looking at that guy. I think I'd like to go over there. If I'm over there, I'm going to stop it. The fact is that, they want to get away from gas. And I have friends, they're into the cooking world. I'm not. I just like to eat. But they're into the cooking. And I don't know how you feel. It sounds like they feel that gas is much better than the electric for cooking, right? And they have this thing about, they want to put gas out of business, right? No gas. The amazing thing? We don't have electric in this country, but we have all the gas you can use. We have oil and gas. That's what we have. And even the cars, if you look, they want to go with all electric cars. California is having blackouts every week, brownouts, blackouts, and then they come up with rules and regulations.
No, I don't know what. We don't have electric. Yeah, we do. Is he saying electricity? We have that. But we need... who knows? Okay. But we don't have time. Quick. Then he also had this glitch.
It will be... I'll tell you, if everything works out, if everybody gets out and votes on January 5th or before...
By the way, please do remember, click that subscribe button. If everyone who watches the show on a daily basis but isn't subscribed, click the subscribe button today. We'd instantly be past 1 million subscribers. But of course, the election's not on January 5th, as he said. If Biden said that, they'd go, oh, he doesn't know where he is. But Trump does it. No one cares. It's on November 5th. Very different words, different months, different in so many different ways, different weather. And then this is the first medical emergency. So as I'm trying to piece together why the whole rally stopped, was it because there were a bunch of medical emergencies? Here's the first one. And so that, as happens when someone has some sort of event in the crowd, the rally has to stop. We see this at all sorts of political events. And it was quiet, and a Trump supporter yells, quote, the Joe and the hoe gotta go. So I guess because of the vile nature of what people might say in that silence, they decided to play Ave Maria while this medical emergency was going on.
Ave Maria.
So while I hope the person's okay, but What is happening? I guess because the guy screamed something vulgar. They got to cover that up. And then a second medical emergency happens. So they start playing music again.
Number one issue this country has.
And we'll skip to the music.
The president is wondering.
So then that is taken care of. And then no longer is there a medical emergency. They're just looking at the chart that shows the undocumented immigration numbers that Trump likes to show. And they start playing Ave Maria again.
My all-time favorite chart. And let's listen to Pavarotti sing Ave Maria. Can you hear that? They gave me the Ave Maria with no voice. There it is. That's my favorite piece of paper anywhere in the world. I sleep with it every night. I kiss it. I kiss it. And you see those numbers, by the way, for those that we talked about,
And we've discussed how where the arrow is and what they're demonstrating with this is wildly inaccurate.
border. When you're talking about the border, look at the numbers. That was the lowest.
Okay, so he says the stuff that he normally says, and then they play Ave Maria again. I don't know what's happening. And then, Kristi Noem insults Kamala Harris again. And then they're going, and Kristi Noem goes, "Oh, you said you wanted to play another song?" So then he plays Ave Maria again.
Open, that feels good.
It does.
I feel it right now. I don't know who's out there trying to get in, but you know what I feel? Doesn't that feel nice?
Yes.
And you don't even have, there's nothing like outdoors. You don't even have the cost of an air conditioner if they have them in this beautiful factory. Anyway, go ahead, please.
Yep. Well, sir, do you want to play your song and then greet a few people, or do you want to? Well, you had said you wanted to close with a specific song. Or
Okay,
we can
let's
take
do a couple of
two more
mine.
fast questions.
So, Justin, how about a couple of really beauties, and we'll sit down, relax. Let me just give you the bottom line, though. We win Pennsylvania. We win this great Commonwealth. We are going to win the whole ball game. It's such an important place. And we relate. And we are up in the polls fairly nicely. But it's really important. And we're going to turn this country around. It's the greatest movement in the history of our country, MAGA, Make America Great Again. When Biden would go on, he used to go on, say, "We will stop MAGA. We will stop," remember with the purple background, the pink and purple. He looked like the devil, right? But she's worse than him, remember it. But they would say, "We're going to stop MAGA." MAGA means Make America Great
again.
I mean, what are you going to stop? And we are indeed going to make America great again. America has never, we're a declining nation.
Okay, so he says that. Did you hear him say that Biden talked about the threat of extreme MAGA Republicans? I'm so confused. I have nothing in terms of an explanation for you, so we're going to keep going. And then you think we're to the part I'm talking about. We're not to it yet. But here he says that Biden stood in front of a pink and purple background. No, he didn't. You're talking about a red and blue background. Oh my gosh.
Nation right now. We're a nation in decline, and we're not going to be in decline for long. Let me tell you, every country respected us 4 years ago. We were energy independent. We had everything. We had the greatest economy.
Okay, I'm so bored with this. Let's get to the end. We are currently energy independent. We currently have the greatest economy in the world.
Thank President
Loud,
Trump.
nice and loud.
God bless you. Let's send President Trump back to the White House.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Quando sono sola sogno all'orizzonte mancano le parole. Sì, lo so che non c'è luce in una stanza.
Wait, I guess, is that... I'm not that familiar with Ave Maria. Is that Ave Maria also? No, that's a different song.
Quando manca il sole, se non ci sei tu con me, con me.
Okay. So then you're thinking, they play that and he leaves after only taking a few questions? No. Then they just keep playing more music and he keeps staring at them.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world.
I don't... What happened to the town hall? Why did you take more questions? Why are we just listening to music? Why do you only have 2 dance moves? By the way, that classical music that was playing in the last clip, I don't know if this is the proper dance move. And then he just has this and this. And I guess this sort of motion. So then they play It's a Man's World. And then he goes, should I take another question? And the crowd goes, wee-wee, yeah. And then he goes, nah.
So this has been an honor tonight. We could do another question or two if you'd like, but probably. Do you want to do one? Do you want to do? Let's go. Let's go. You know,
Look at how, oh my gosh, I missed this. Look at Christy Nome. She's thinking, what I did to Cricket is not as bad as what's being done to me right now. Look at how nervous she is.
Do you want to do one? Do you want to do? Let's go. Let's go. You know, but it ends so beautifully. How about this? We'll play YMCA and we'll go home. But listen, whatever you can do, get out there. We have to win. This is.
What? So he goes, should I take a question or two? And they go, yeah. And he goes, awesome. So let's play YMCA then. And they go, all right, sure, that instead. And then he goes, actually, let me talk, but I'm not going to take a question. I'm just going to talk.
But this is the most important election in the history of our country. And you know what? I never thought I'd say it again. I said it was 16. We then fixed the border. We did everything. We had a great economy. It was good. For 20, we didn't have to say it. By the way, we got millions of more votes in 20 than we did.
All right, so he does this little normal number, but you can tell no questions are being asked. He's just ranting.
Really important evening. And those 2 people that went down are patriots, and we love them.
Yes.
And because of them, we ended up with some good music, right? Right? So play YMCA. Go ahead. Let's go. Nice and loud.
Here we go, everybody.
So I know you're thinking, now he's leaving. This is his leaving song. No. No. Okay. So then instead of leaving, they play more music.
Thank you.
Nobody's leaving. What's going on? There's nobody leaving. Keep going. Keep going. Should we keep going? All right, turn that music up. Turn it up. Great song.
It goes like this: the 4th, the 5th, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled kid.
That is a great song. Wow, now I'm getting into it. The cult event. That's what this is. He just wants to stand there and be looked at. I am your cult leader, okay? Check me out. And then more music plays. How long was he on stage?
Nothing compares to you. It's been so long without you.
These are good song picks, though. Credit to whoever's playing them. Goodness. And these clips are being clipped by Aaron Rupar. And so he says, oh, Trump is still standing. Because when this was happening live, people are thinking, what? Is it over now? Trump's still standing on stage, bopping around to music, FYI.
May it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world. With an whole soul. These red
Do you think, okay, I have a couple theories now as we're watching this, and it continues. I'm going to keep playing more clips. What is happening? So, and this is trending, by the way, on X, Trump's bizarre town hall episode. Yeah. Maybe the medical emergencies. Again, I hope those people are okay. I have no idea what happened with that, so I don't know how severe, but however severe, hopefully their health is okay and they're doing all right. But maybe that happened so to make sure no one else could scream Joe and the Ho gotta go as the guy screamed. They played music, and then Trump was like, well, that's fun. Let's do that instead of me having to talk, because that's not going well. And then he is so grumpy that Kamala Harris says people leave his rallies that he's doing sort of like a staring contest with his rally goers and thinking, I'm going to show people how culty this is and how much you won't leave, which is why he made that comment. None of you are leaving. Don't leave. You got to pee, you pee your pants. And then he's just doing a staring contest with his audience and seeing how long they're going to stay, because then Guns N' Roses is now playing.
When I look into your eyes, I can see a love restrained.
What do the followers think is happening? That's my question. And then Aaron Rupar said, I get the vibe. They're about 5 minutes from passing around Kool-Aid. That has to be what this is, right? Not the suicide part, but just the sort of, you're all gonna show me how dedicated you are. I'm not gonna give you any content. I'm not gonna answer questions anymore. I'm just gonna stand here and you're gonna look at me. You're gonna look at this beautiful body, as he says, and show how much you love me. And for our podcast listeners, all I can say is he's just standing on stage, bobbing, swaying strangely. And then finally he leaves. I have never seen such a thing. To take a few questions and then just bob around to music for, I don't know how long that was, but from how many songs I just showed you that they were playing, a while, and just stare at your crowd and then take note of how people aren't leaving, because why would they? This is, I'm not going to make any historical references because people get really upset when you do. But there have been leaders of the past who have made crowds stand and, let's say, clap for them and not stop clapping. And the person who stops clapping first gets punished. We are in very bizarre times. And with all of the horrible and absolutely bizarre things like that we see with Trump, there is a really good chance somehow that he could be president again. So please take the dedication and the motivation that we saw from these rally goers that they dedicated to standing and staring at Trump, Bob, and dedicate that to making sure you and your friends and your family vote. Otherwise, we're going to have a whole lot of this for much longer than we should. Let me know. And I always say that at the end of the videos. I mean it so much more this time because I actually need explanations. Hopefully some of you can figure it out and then get the bonus show and become a member by clicking the join button below.